Okay, so you see the name I gave the video, yep. Because that's exactly what he's doing right here. He's helping the powers to be. He's a paid plant, paid shield. There ain't nobody, and I mean nobody, up on YouTube that's going to be able to rise up the way this man has without being a paid plant to begin with. But we won't even go into that part, okay? I don't care what he says. He knows he is, okay? I'm going to give you the spill, and I'm going to give you the layout, and I'm going to tell you the absolute God's honest truth that he's not telling you. This guy's not telling you because he wants his tool. His tool. That's right, and they're paying him lots of that tool money. And it's in your face, you know, he's flashing it in your face. He's loving it. See? Not cheap equipment. Not cheap equipment. Not cheap equipment. Okay, and he lays out the scene for you. You can never be friends with a woman. Okay? He even made sure he had it on a laptop typed up for you. You can never be friends with a woman. See, so your background. So if you're looking around on his background, you'll see what he wants you to see. And he knows that this message is going to drive a selling point to you. And he's very well spoken. Okay, he's very well spoken. What's he actually really doing? I'll show you what he's actually really doing. Just look at us. Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. That's right. This is what he's done. He's taken the truth and he flipped it backwards. He's flipped it upside down and he's deliberately done it. Okay? Okay? Coach Red Pill destroys. Okay? Destroy. Okay? Doctors destroy health. Coach Red Pill destroys families. Okay? Lawyers destroys justice. Coach Red Pill destroys societies. Do you follow what I'm telling you? Psychiatrist destroys minds. Coach Red Pill destroys minds. Psychiatrist destroys minds. Coach Red Pill destroys minds. Scientists destroy truth. Coach Red Pill destroys truth. Yeah, and I wouldn't be lying to you. Okay? Major media destroys information. Coach Red Pill destroys information. Okay? And I'm not even going to go any further with this, but I wanted to show you this first. We'll go back and take a look at our agent here for money. We'll take a look at the greed, the selfish greed man, who's going to tell you a bunch of fairy tales, who's going to flip everything upside down on its head, twist it, manipulate it, to destroy, and that's exactly what he's doing. See here, you can never be friends with a woman. You can never be friends with a woman. Okay, now I'm going to go on and I'm going to tell you how he's doing this to you, okay? Why, when you believe this message, he's got you. Yep, the system's got you. He's made his buck. Yep, they're going to pay him now because he's done his job. He has done exactly that. Twisted and turned everything upside down on its head. And he'll be helping you young guys to destroy your own lives and to destroy your own society. That's what he'll be helping you do. Okay, so now let's get to the bottom line. The actual real truth that this man will never tell you because he can't get paid by telling it to you. That's right, he cannot get paid money by telling it to you. And he can't be popular amongst the young, amongst the naive. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go where we're going now. So for hundreds of years now, across the world, sex, you know what he talks about in this. I'm not going to play this for you. I've downloaded it to archive it, but I'm not going to play it for you because I'm not going to give him grounds for a copyright strike that I'm playing his material, okay? No. You can play it yourself. You can go to Coach Red Pill on YouTube, okay? Look for this title right here. You Can Never Be Friends with a Woman. And play it for yourself, okay? You do that on your own. So here's what we're going to do. For hundreds of years, sex. Yep, I'm bringing up sex. Why am I bringing up sex? Because this is the weapon that's being used against us to destroy us. And that's exactly what's going on. So for hundreds of years, sex isn't something that had to be acknowledged or talked about. No lie. For hundreds and hundreds of years, sex was never talked about and didn't have to be acknowledged. Because it happens naturally between a couple. Yes, it does. It happens naturally. It doesn't become the center point, the focus, the foundation. Never has and never will be. Okay? Sex is hidden from society. You grew up as a little child when you got to a certain age of puberty kicked in, your mom and your daddy, mostly the daddy, but the parents are supposed to teach you the birds and the bees. This is what they tell you. Your school system will teach you the birds and the bees, and they'll do it in a medical way, a scientifically medical way. They don't talk about sex itself. That's correct. See, sex is hidden. Oh, when I was a child growing up, I could find an adult bookstore, not in the town I grew up in, if I went down the road to a bigger city. But that wasn't around for that was what it was. We did have one movie theater in my town that was for adults only because it was an adult theater that played pornography. Okay? And magazines, Cherry Hustler, Penthouse, and all that. They had covers that went over them so you couldn't see the front page, the front cover of these magazines. And they were sold in a magazine or a bookstore, sometimes they'd have little tobacco stores or little cigar stores or shops that sold these, but anybody sold the magazines, Cherry, Penthouse, Hustler, and so on. These magazines was discreet. They were covered, so people walked in, they didn't see the motto on the front cover with no clothes on. Yes, it was very discreet. It was hidden from people. But there was a reason for that. There was actually a very valuable reason for that. Then the internet come along, and pornography came onto the internet. But pornography was hidden. Most aspects it was hidden. You'd get a few thumbnails, a few pictures of nothing too graphic to sell you so that you would pay money and put in a credit card or a debit card and create an account with that site, guaranteeing you that all of their models were 18 and older. Okay? And you would pay money to access the site to see porn, pornography, nudity. Okay, no different than when I grew up in a way, except for now it wasn't accessible, by going to an adult bookstore or somewhere like that. Now, you can do it from your computer at home, right? Then as we see now, pornography is free everywhere. That's right. You can get all the hardcore porn you want. From gay to straight, it doesn't matter. All the pornography you want is absolutely free all over the internet. Sure is. Oh, do you suppose that was an accident? No, it wasn't no accident whatsoever. No, it wasn't. It was for this reason. Everything's backwards. Everything is upside down. It was to destroy. It was to destroy. What part of that would have that destroyed for you? I'm going to go back to that a minute. Okay? It would destroy minds. It would destroy minds. Coach Red Pill destroys minds. Yes, Coach Red Pill destroys societies through this message. Now let me tell you something. Sex has always been at the last of the list for ever and ever and ever when it came to a relationship. Sex was never the foundation. Sex was never the foundation, okay? And real love does exist, just not in today's society. In today's society, finding real love would be like finding a dinosaur egg. Why would that be? Here'd be the reason. Yep, here would be the reason. Sure is. You know, I like how he explained to you. At one time, he believed, that's right, that of course men and women could be friends. But no, that's not true. As he got older, he found out, nope, we had to be each other's arch enemies. Okay, that we're merely just sexual objects. That's really what he's telling you. That you're merely just a sexual object. That's right. What part of this do you not get or understand? Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. What part of that do you not get? Do you not understand? Oh, this guy understands it, believe me. It isn't at one time that he believed. That is the spiel line. That is the sales pitch. That's what that is. That is the spills line. This is the sales pitch. This is the programming, heuristic programming. This is social engineering in your face. This is to convince you, to sell on you. This. Everything's upside down. To destroy families, to destroy society. This is what you would do if you were going to help destroy society and break down the family unit. This is exactly what you'd do. Is what he's done here. This is a prime example in your face. See, dating was never about putting your junk in somebody else's junk. Okay? Never. I got nothing against sex. Okay? Nothing at all. I do not dislike sex. I do not think people are wrong for having sex. I think, it has nothing to do with that. It has the fact to do with, you wonder why the relationship breakup is where it's at. You wonder why the divorce rate's where it's at. You wonder why they have no-fault divorce. You wonder why so many men are being taken to the cleaners. To divide and conquer. To divide and conquer. You know what this message is about? Destroy. Destroy your mind. Keep you divided. You will never, ever, ever be able to find real love. This is what this will do to you. You will never, ever, ever be able to find real love. If I built my house on quicksand, it would sink. If I built it on the side of a mountain, it would fall down the hill. If I built it on peanut brittle foundation, it's going to crumble and fall. See, he's destroying the foundation, okay? The foundation of a successful relationship. Because everything's upside down, backwards, twisted, manipulated. And that's exactly what he's done here. See, dating was about getting to know somebody of your opposite gender. It took time to get to know one another. It sure did. How many friends did you meet that at first you didn't know each other and it took time and sometimes things clicked regardless of what the gender is and you seemingly had a lot in common. You took off and became good friends. And some friends were just good friends, and some friends became best friends. It's no different for the genders. It really isn't. It's no different for a man or woman. But see, if you're going to lie and you're going to destroy, then you need to sell the lie. You need to promote and sell the lie. And you need somebody that can be well spoken, that can sell. That's a great salesman. A great snake oil salesman. Okay, that can manipulate and twist and turn truth backwards and turn everything upside down on its head. Yeah, that's what you need. And that's what you have right here. This guy's, yeah, he's good. He really is. He's good at deceiving you, at lying to you, at not telling you the truth. Okay, so you wonder where love went? Oh, I've heard a lot of people today now believe there ain't no such thing as real love. Well, of course they don't know there ain't no such thing as real love. Because they don't know what the hell they're doing. I've said this as long as I've been online, that men and women alike, and that's not discriminatory at all. Men and women alike in today's society haven't the first damn clue of what the hell they're doing in the dating scene. They haven't the first clue. Oh, they all think they do. Oh, they all think they know. What they know is this. Upside down. Backwards. Non-truth. That's what they know. And they don't even know that's what they know. Because it's been socially engineered. What do you think this guy's doing right here? Do you think he just accidentally has this wrote on the screen? No. Do you think he accidentally just got some books placed right here for the view of the camera? No. None of this is an accident. See, the books is to make you believe that he does a lot of reading and he's really intelligent. This is all a show right in your face. He's even got this camera on. Look, the little door's open. Here's his viewing screen. Take a look at the viewing screen. If you look hard, you'll see it's pointed at him and it's got the back of his head. Look, this camera's on, pointed at him. Look at the viewing screen. It's on. It's pointed our direction. You ain't gonna tell me he just accidentally turns on all of these cameras and he just accidentally wrote this on a laptop and it's got it sitting in there for you to view. Well, but that's just the name of the video. I know, I'm just answering it before you get a chance to spill it out your mouth. No. The truth is he clearly goes into sex. He clearly gives you his example and sells you right back into pornography and sex. That's what he does here. And by selling you back into sex, he can convince you then, men and women alike. That's right. Using what comes natural as a weapon, a tool against you, to destroy you, to break down the family unit, to divide and conquer. That's exactly what's going on here. See, sex don't have to be acknowledged. That's one of the biggest problems we have. When you push sex on a population which is being pushed, what this does is it destroys your morals and your sexual drive becomes, well, higher sexual drive. If somebody kept throwing this stuff in your face all the time, it socially engineers and puts your mind in that spot. That's what it does. And if we keep your mind put in that spot, of something that you naturally happens natural like this, sex, then that becomes your focus point, your foundation point. And when that becomes your focus point, your foundation point, even when a couple are together, with this being put into the atmosphere, look at the rate of cheating going on. Why do you think there's so much cheating going on? Not that cheating hasn't happened throughout history, but it's never been at the numbers it is. Why was it never at the numbers it is now in today's society? Because of this right here. That's right, because of this right here. You will never, ever, 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 and I mean ever, be able to find real love in today's society following this man's advice. No, you can't. It's not findable because this guy ripped the foundation out from underneath the building, from underneath the house. He's teaching you that you don't need a foundation. That's what he's teaching you. He's teaching you that you can build your house on the side of a 90-degree mountain with no support to keep it from sliding or falling over down the mountain and tumbling. He's teaching you that you can build your house in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with no way of keeping it afloat. He's also teaching you that you can build your house on quicksand and that it'll still be standing at the top of the quicksand the next day when you know it won't be. You will never find real love. You will always have drama. The breakups will continue. The court systems will continue to profit. And he will continue to perpetuate the problem. That's what he's here for. He's here to sell you the problem, to keep the problem alive and healthy. He's here to keep the root cause from being discovered so that you don't look for root cause, so that you believe. He's a great snake oil salesman. That's what he is. He's selling you a bunch of huffing stuff for his own greed. He don't care about you. He don't care about me. He don't care about any of us. All he cares about is that money in his pocket. That's right. His own selfish self. Just like the majority of our society now. You all only care about your own selfish selves. And then because you think other people are supposed to care about society that you don't have to, you listen to people like him and he's just like you. He's all about himself, himself too. That's right. And if you fall for his prayer, and the real sad thing in this is he knows he's targeting the young. We're all naive when we're young. We sure are. And a lot of people look up to older people that are young, even in today's society. And so you're young, 18, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, in their young 20s, all be looking up to somebody like him. And then, of course, because he's being promoted. If the only way you're going to get promoted online, especially on Google Tube, is to be part of the agenda. You can't reach the subs this man has without being part of the agenda. I don't care who you are. If you're not going to come up here and spill the real truth, and be promoted, won't happen. Will not happen. Because you're in a world where sick, evil, psychopathic, narcissists, self-entitled bitches, excuse my language, are running you. And this guy is a tool. He's being used to destroy you. And if you believe this hunky junk that's falling out of his mouth, you will continue the problem right on down the road and your life will be screwed and destroyed. We have an epidemic of men that can't even get a date in their life because of social engineering. This is social engineering in your face at its best. At its best. You better wake up. That's all I'm going to tell you. Because I'm not lying to you. Sex does not have to be talked about or acknowledged to happen. For hundreds of years, sex was not talked about, was not acknowledged. It was only talked about between the couple that was in love with each other, because real love exists. Okay? It was only talked about between them couples in their bedroom. That's right behind closed doors, privately, not in the public view. See, they understood and knew that if sex was pushed and put to the top and in the public view, that it would cause a destruction in the mind. It'd activate your hormones and put your topic in your brain in that focus of that all the time, and it destroys your common sense. It promotes cheating. It causes people to want to cheat. It goes into looksism. Oh, and there's a whole other video I could do on looksism, okay? But that's right. And there's a whole other video on looksism, and it'll also bleed right into looksism. Okay? This is so deep. This topic right here is so deep that I couldn't even put it all in this video if I tried. But I want to get the gist of it out for you to understand. This is complete hogwash. This is a complete lie, and he knows it is. That's what's more sad. He actually knows it is. He actually tries to sell on to you at one time he believed men and women could just be friends. That's right. That he believed that we should be friends. But no, he's changed that. All based on what? Sex. 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 See, we took the sex off the back of the list and moved it to the front. We've changed the foundation from strong steel and comment, or strong steel and cement, a strong foundation. We've replaced it with peanut brittle. That's what he did. He probably replaced his foundation is probably licorice underwear. Licorice panties. Oh yeah, and they make them too. They make licorice panties. Okay, that would be his foundation he's trying to sell to you. And I hate to say it that way, but it's the God's honest truth, and it's right in your face. And you need to understand what's really going on here. This is just keeping the problem alive and well for the powers to be, for the money in his pocket. That's all this is. This is no accident. This is social engineering at its finest. He didn't accidentally have all these cameras turned on and open, and they're all videoing with their viewing screen while he has a camera over here pointing at him, while he has his laptop open. Do you suppose that typed itself for the name of the video? No. You suppose these books just happen to be here in view? No. He knows full well what he's done. He's very professional here. He knows full well what he's doing. And he's selling it. He's driving that point home, man. He earned his dollar here for the powers to be today when he done this. And he's also responsible for this. So we'll do this one more time before I get out of here. Just look at us. This is all fact. What I'm showing you here is factual truth. Real truth, okay? Something Coach Red Pill will never show you. Just look at us. Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. That's right. Doctors destroy health. That's fact. It's real. Doctors do destroy health. Lawyers destroy justice. And that's exactly what they do. Okay, they protect somebody that's guilty and get them off. They don't got to do any time. If they got enough money, they can buy their way out of it. Okay? Psychiatrists destroy minds. Coach Red Pill destroys societies. Coach Red Pill destroys minds. in doing and through Coach Red Pill destroying, through Coach Red Pill playing psychiatrist, through Coach Red Pill playing psychiatrist, he not only destroys your minds, he helps to destroy entire societies. That's what Coach Red Pill is doing. Who's he doing it for? Right here. Government destroys freedom. That's who he's doing it for. That's right. To take your rights away from you, to destroy you, to destroy the family unit, to divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. NWO. NWO. Divide and conquer. The root cause. Something that no agent will ever talk about. I'll give you an open challenge that all of you fans of this guy can use and watch and see what he does when you use it. And he will tell it himself. What is that? Ask him to talk about social engineering of the genders of the family unit. Ask him to talk about social engineering. Now that's an open challenge to all of you people who think I'm a fool. I will talk about social engineering all day long because it's in your face. It's as real as it can get. You can't get any realer. If you deny social engineering, then you know there ain't no such thing as an automobile. That's right. There's no such thing as a car, or a truck, or an automobile because there's no such thing as social engineering. Matter of fact, there's no such thing as a movie or video. I'm saying you're going to say, oh, I'm getting carried away. No, I'm not being carried away because you literally have to be that stupid to believe that there's no such thing as social engineering. So the challenge to all you people that are his fans is asking when he's going to talk about and encourage him to talk about social engineering. Okay? Encourage him to do that. What do you want to bet? I'll win. He won't answer you. He won't respond to you. And he will never talk about it, ever. And if too many people bring it up, then he might talk about it, but then he'll lie and manipulate that too. And it'll be a very short brief. So you want to be specific. You'd like to talk about the social engineering of the feminist movement and the dating scene and pornography and sex. He'll avoid you like the plague. You watch. MRA, Men's Right Activist Movement, Paul Elam, and our feminist woman, Karen Stroud, Girls' Rights What, have ran from the root cause for years now. They will never, ever, ever, ever address any root causes, which is social engineering. This guy's not going to be any different. Monday, Forever Lord Monday, runs from social engineering. You've never heard him talk about it, and he won't. He will call you a tinfoil wearing hat conspiracy theorist, is what he would do. And anybody that's not awake enough to see what's going on in today's society that hollers them words out is clearly out to lunch in their head. Because they already know it's not a conspiracy theorist, it's all in your face. They're just using the same bullshit that they've used for ever and ever and ever. That's all they're doing. So with that being said, guys, I'm getting on out of here. But pay attention. Think about it. There's no truth to this whatsoever. And he knows it too. Sad to see this type of stuff happen. I would have played the video and done a reply that way, but I'm not going to take the chance that the guy's going to say, oh, copyright. Nope, sorry, I didn't play it, so there ain't no copyright. Anyhow, with that being said, I'm